Hello everyone. I do have a mic.
Hello, hello.
I just want to see where Stefan is. There we go. Hello everyone. Welcome to our May meeting. Nice and cold already. Dis raak so dankie Stefan. Welcome to everybody online. Come online. Please switch your cell phones off or silence or something. Thank you. Welcome to members, and our judge tonight is Andrew Mays. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I'll speak to you. I'll thank you later. Okay. All right. Just before we carry on, we also want to welcome our visitors: Theo, Dave, Andrew, Judge, Antoinette, Tinas, and Cecil, which is here tonight. Thank you very much for being with us. And then we have quite a few people online tonight. Starts for us this year. We're not too little. Right.
Seven.
Okay, so 7 people are online tonight. All right, birthdays. So Nick Pierre was on the 4th of May, and Anita was yesterday. Congratulations to both of them. We did congratulate them on WhatsApp. Right, promotions. We've got Teresa from 1 to 2 star. We've got Samet from 1 to 2 star. We've got Louis Schnicker from 1 to 2 star, and then myself went to Master Silver. We have Diamond Honors and Diamonds. Arnold got his Diamond 3 in Mono. He's got his DPPA not in Mono, in Open, sorry, it's my typo. In Open, then I've got DPSA in Nature, and then I've got a cluster in Open, which means 250 acceptances in Open. Right, in H-Top it works like this at this moment. Diamond 1, we've got Arnold, myself, Fraser, Jeanette, Maureen, and Michelle. In Open category, Arnold, Belinda, Fraser, Maureen, Michelle, and Mono, and Arnold, Belinda, and Jeanette in Nature. Diamond 2, basically the same. Diamond 3, we just short Jeanette for Open. And then Arnold and myself and Michelle, and then Arnold and myself in Nature. And then Diamond 4, Arnold, myself and Michelle, and then Nature as well, and then Diamond 5, myself. LPPSA, we've got Anita and Jeanette from Open, myself and Maureen and Mono. Arnold's got APGSA, and we've got SPPSA Open. That's where we are at the moment. Salon results, 29th PSSA up and coming, Andre Botha, 6, Alan Bryce, 6 acceptances, Tilman got 2 medals, 1 bomb and 3 acceptances, and Natasha's got 2. Welcome. These are the 2 medals that Tilman won. Checking Facebook and Sunset Asphalt. So he's got a category winner, bronze medal, and category runner-up, the up-and-coming bronze medal. Okay. So long results for Salas. Maureen has got 3, Michelle's got 5, Deirdre's got 4, Jeanette's got 4, and myself got 12. Deirdre and Jeanette, please can you upload your images to the Salas thing on PhotoVault? I have opened it up again. It will be finished by the 17th, so the deadline is the 17th of this month. Please load those pictures up. Then for the 10th PSSA Salon, Anita got 5, Arnold Vester got 8. Anita, please upload your photos. Maureen got 2, Michelle got 3, Deirdre got 2, upload your photos. Jeanette, upload your photos. Linda Stefan 2, and myself 6 and 1 comment. Right. If you want to clap hands, now's the time. Okay. This is what we've accomplished this far this year in Impala. So we got 393 acceptances overall. It doesn't mean medals and not medals, it means all of it. Right. So we're looking quite well if you ask my opinion. Yeah. Next one, please. I'm not going to read all of them out. You've heard them out every month. It's just a summary. Okay, then polo results at the moment. The clubs is on the left-hand side. So Springs has got eighth position. Edinburgh 10. Congratulations. Oxford Canal Club at 14. We are number 22, and then Benoni is number 38. And okay. And those are the members who's entered so far. So 13 is myself, 72 is Arnold, 74 Michelle, 95 Glenray, 98 Annalene, 88 99 Fraser, 103 Jeanette, 106 Ellen, 108 Tillman, 110 Andries Buddha, 116 Anita, 119 Natasha, and 120. The list is out of almost 1,000 people. So this is where you're standing at the moment. Right, moving on. All right, so pending results for the salons coming up is Boxster. I spoke to Denise today. Yeah, I spoke to Denise today. She says they were allowed to release today their results, but then there was some failure and they're waiting for your answer result so that they can see what the problem is. So hopefully it will be tonight or tomorrow. Hibiscus Coast Salon 17th, the results are coming out. 31st will be Tafelberg and the 7th of June will be Sandton. Up and coming salons, 16th of May, which is this Saturday. 4th Cosmos Photography Club Salon. Open Color, Open Mono, Nature No Birds, Nature Birds Only, Scapes and Human and Animal Portraits. Magali is on the 30th. Open Color, Open Mono, Nature No Birds, Nature Birds Only, Scapes and Creative. So this is for Michelle and Annalene and those ones. 16th of June, first Copper Canal Club, Open Color, Open Mono, Nature No Birds, Nature Birds Only, Scapes and Human Portraits. Fraser, it's yours. 27th of June, third Sand Parks Honorary Rangers, Open Color, Open Mono, Nature No Birds and Nature Birds Only, Scapes and Nature Macros. So we've been practicing macro. So you can enter there, please. And remember, no manipulation because it's a nature category. This is the editing challenge that was given by Fraser for tonight. So this is the original picture. You did get it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and we all know the rules. I'll just put it up, but I've also sent it to you. You are familiar with the rules. You're all familiar with the rules. Wait, we've got new people. All right, so how the editing challenge works. One raw image to be provided by the previous winner. The winner may enter the picture as well, but may not be eligible to win. So if you choose Fraser's one tonight that wins, you must choose another one. The rules, you may edit the image in any way you choose. AI generated content is not allowed. If you add elements, they must be your own work. Stock images or third-party assets are not allowed. Any editing software may be used. Important, the original image remains the property of the photographer, only the edit is yours. Editing images may be shared on social media only for personal, non-commercial purposes. When sharing, credit must be given to the original photographer and the editing challenge. The image may not be sold, licensed, entered into competitions, and used commercially. Judging, upload your edit in Photovolk under the editing challenge category. Monthly judge will score and pick the winning image. It's not your advancement. That's just for our new members or hopefully new members or visitors. Right, workshops. We're going to stand on the right hand, start on the right hand side. In our scene, photo day. I was going to romantic sketches on the 16th. This is a Saturday. As far as I know, President, it's only you going. Okay. President Natasha, nobody else wants to go anymore. All right, so that is what happened on Saturday. Then we're going to have a composition workshop hosted by Annalene on the 24th of May. I'll let Fraser explain why. Then the second natural field day, this is the workshop of the poll that we put up yesterday. Majority says 23rd of May, 2 for the 24th and 1 for the 13th. The ones for the 24th, can you not make it on the 23rd? Natasha? And I think Linda, but you were there in the first one.
Yeah, I have a birthday on that day.
Okay, but you were at the first one.
I didn't go to the workshop, but I did get the information on the.
You were there. I was there,
Oh,
you were
mean
there.
that one?
Yes.
Oh, yes, no, of course I was there.
Yeah, so you've been to the first one.
Yeah. I'll try and see if I can come. Where will it be?
And Arnold's visiting, yeah. Okay, so it seems like it's going to be the 23rd. Right, the Viking photo day, also I spoke Fraser, he's going to speak to you about that one, and Annalie's one work hand in hand. And then Fraser's also offered to do us a portrait editing workshop again. We don't know the date yet. Then workshops requests, there was a water droplet request that Arnold was due. So Arnold said, it's another poll that I will put up. He can only handle 6 people at a time, unless we get, Marina's come up with a good plan to get Robbie involved, so then there's 2 people that can show us in 3 machines. Because the waiting period for taking the water drops is quite a while, so we're waiting for the right thing, and the photographer takes almost like, I'll say 20 to 30 minutes per machine. So the other people are waiting, that's why we can't do too many at one time. But we will advise you when and how we can do that. Then they also asked for flower art that Anita must help us with. I have not spoken to her about this, but that is on the wish list. Then we want to know also, do you want to do a culture day?
Outing. It's a public holiday in September.
Ja, maar gaan het outing wees.
Ja.
We want to do a culture day outing. More details about that will be discussed and given to you, but that is the plan for September. I think it's the 24th of September. Yeah, Friday. We will end up with a bride. Okay, and then I'm going to let Andrew explain to you in a few seconds. He's offered to do a scavenger hunt inter-club competition with his club and us. And that sounds exciting. But he can explain a little bit more when I give you this. Next. All right, our judges' evaluation for David Wilsoncroft was, do you think the judge was too lenient or too strict, fair, strictly and fair? Do you think the judge's feedback was convincing and sustained? Very good, very good, good, and very good. Did the judge give constructive feedback? Very good, 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 very good. Did the judge speak clearly, audibly, and fluently? Very good, very good, very good. Was the judge consistent in their awards and feedback? Very good, 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 very good. What was your overall rating of the judge? Very good, very good, good, very good. Do you recommend the judge again? Yes, 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 and yes. So David did well. Comments, yes, I enjoyed his evaluation and comments he's given. An knowledgeable judge with good comments. Then we'd like to appreciate the feedback provided by the judge. So Andrew, every night after club, the website has got a form which the people fill in about the judge, and we will get the feedback of that. Just to see how you perform and if you have been, or if we were happy for that. Okay. Which should give you some help. Okay, speaking about that, let's just go back one. I need to speak about the website that was offline, or whatever. So there was a back-end update done, which I didn't think was going to have an impact as it did. So I work on Divi, and we used to work on Divi 4 for years and years now. Now there's Divi 5, which she completely changed the setups. It's a hell of a lot more difficult, but better to use. But because most of the stuff that we've done in DB4 did not, was not compatible with DB5, I had to redo the entire website. Got 37 pages I had to redo. So my deadline was today. It is done. You might still give a link here or there that might not work. I am going through the testing stage of it, but at least it's online. If you look on the website at the moment, you'll see right at the top of the screen is not on the mobile, on desktop. There's blocks at the top that says judging. This button for judging will take you directly to this page. You can find it quickly. Right? So, but if there's anybody that's got questions about the website, if you don't know what's going on, right at the bottom of the homepage, I've also put all the links for the pages right at the bottom. So it shows you basically a site map of what's going on the site. Now, everything is not there yet, and everything is not linked yet, but at least it gives you an idea where to go. So under the column, you'll see, all right, if you click on the buttons at the top, that's what you're going to find under the button, or under, at the top. So for instance, the info page for that, our banking details will be the application for those type of things. It is linked to this, all kinds of things, you'll see. But yeah, it is done, it's online. Right. Next, please, thank you. Okay, all right, meeting B. Sorry, to go back to the website. I have an idea. We're trying to make money for our club so that we can get a better projector. Well, projector is one, but these things, microphones. And for the judge to maybe have an earpiece instead of holding the mic. These things cost money. So I was wondering how the club would feel about if we sell advertising on our website. If that could work to bring in some extra cash.
No problem.
Okay, so I've just thought about that while doing my hair today. So I will think about it much more and see how we're going about it. But if you're happy with that, then we can look at people wanting to buy it. All right. Okay, main meeting B. Flower close-ups. In flower close-up photography requires photographers to create an image that captures the fine details, textures, and beauty of a flower from a very close distance. The photographs should highlight elements such as petals, pollen, droplets, or patterns that are often missed by the naked eye. So, Andrew, that's for you. All right. June meeting, fine art portraits. Fine art portrait is a portrait created to express an artistic vision, emotion, or concept rather than simply documenting a person's appearance. It combines careful use of lighting, composition, styling, and mood to create an image that tells a story, evokes feeling, or conveys meaning beyond the subject itself. So it's not just a person, you can do many things. Double exposures, all types of really wonderful stuff. Another thing is, I will make these presentations available online as well, if you either need to relook at anything. Okay, next please. All right, again, we're asking you please to be quiet while the judge is speaking. There's been a request to say not a request, a complaint, if I want to call it like that. I don't think it's a complaint, but anyway. That you are not allowed to make your image, your R's and your what. You are allowed to. So Judge, can you please let the people just do the image R's and then you start speaking. I want quietness while the judge is speaking, please.
I make a recommendation that we just check on comms, not on other pictures, not on other goals. I've seen it in another club that really looks quite well.
Okay, that's good. All right, so it's not, you're not allowed to do your ums and your ahs you make. Right, Judge, please just start speaking after they've finished doing whatever. Okay. And then we are here by Andrew. All right, this is our judge for tonight, Andrew. I didn't recognize him when I walked in. He's not appeared. in a meeting. I apologize. All right, Andrew's photography journey really began in 2012 when a freak Mokoro, what is a Mokoro accident?
And there's little canoes that use in that.
Oh, of course. In Okavango claimed the life of his trusted point-and-shoot camera. Rather than replacing it with another compact camera, he decided to take the leap into DSLR world, and he hasn't looked back since. For the first few years, photography was a personal adventure of trial, error, and discovery. Then in 2027, started searching for a club where he could grow alongside like-minded photographers, eventually finding his home at the Edinburgh Photography Club. He has been a member since. In 2022, he joined the club committee and was later honored to be elected chairman of the club. Wildlife photography will always be Andrew's first love. Is something unforgettable about the quiet anticipation before the moment unfolds in the wild. More recently, he has also started exploring sports photography, which has introduced him to a completely different road and energy behind the lens, and one he thoroughly enjoys. In 2025, Andrew achieved his Photographic Society of South Africa LPSSA honours in colour, a milestone that marked an important chapter in his photography journey. So we thank you for your time, Andrew. We're looking forward to your judging tonight, and we appreciate your involvement with the club. So before we carry on with the pictures, I've got two people that need to speak. Fraser, can you just come and explain your Viking Day for us? I mean, you need to explain your treasure hunt.
Yeah.
And then we got 132 pictures tonight. Make it short. Thank you.
Hello everybody. So the Viking Day was advertised, I think you all saw the advertisement. We fulfilled the photographers on that very first day. You got 21 photographers that notified that they were going to be attending. Most of them were from here. And we got 3 external photographers that came in, which we decided we would allow just to make the 25 photographers. The models are all there. We've got male models, we've got female models. Everybody's accepted to come. We've got people now contacting me to not answer the model. I had a couple of people phone me to find out if they could model. So that was a nice thing. I think that's all in line with the photographs that everybody posted with regards to the last open day we had. I think everybody was anxious to get involved this time now. So this one's going to be slightly different to the last one. The only issue I'm having now is it was scheduled for the 7th of June. I've confirmed the 7th of June. I'm waiting on the person to come back to me to confirm that that date is acceptable, but they don't come back to me. So if there's anybody here that knows of another venue that we can use, please let me know so that I've got an alternative, but I'm going to follow this up. I did follow up on last week Friday, I got no reply. I followed up again on Monday, I got no reply. I will follow up again on Friday again. I just want to be that guy again, chasing everybody up. But if anybody knows of anything that we've got, an area that we can go, that we can use to do that Viking Day, I would really appreciate it. How it's going to differ this time around is we're not going to have multiple venues to hold it in. It's basically going to be a studio shoot. And that's where the workshop on the 24th with Annalene comes in. Because of the theme, we're going to be looking at the logistics surrounding the Viking theme is very difficult. You know, having ships in the background or fires or battlefields or wooden bars and that type of thing. So what we're going to suggest is we do a portrait day on that day with the people in their outfits. And then on the 24th, Annalena is going to do a composition workshop with us. If you remember right, Michelle did a composition workshop that's available on our website or on the YouTube channel. So you can go in there and look at that to refresh your memory. Annalene's going to help us now to composite things such as skies and trees that we've taken and that type of thing. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe just dropping ideas of between now and then for things that you can take photographs of that we can use later to create a composite photograph once we've taken those studio photographs of the Vikings. And then at the end of the day, we have, rather than just a plain studio shot, then we have a composite exercise as well. So that's how it's going to work. Is there something I'm missing? I can't think if there's anything I'm missing. I will come back to you with the venue again by the latest Friday. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to create another WhatsApp group for the Vikings, and I'm going to add everybody on. I've got their names on the list. We've got the models' names on the list. And we're going to go together and we'll follow the same process to follow as the last time. Makeup, I've got a makeup artist who is available on the day. And Zell said she will be available on the day. She's also going to be available tomorrow for us on the day. And then, again, we'll have to look at the food arrangements for that day, but that we'll sort out once we've got confirmation of the venue. And that's it. I can't think of anything else. Sorry? Oh, the portrait lessons. What I'm going to do is I think about a month or 2 months ago, I did a basic portrait lesson just to do basic adjustments and that on a portrait to show you the edit process that I've got in a quick edit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a more intricate, more detailed portrait session, which is going to go deeper into Photoshop, and it's going to give you a lot more intricacies. We're going to look at, older skin, like the older photographs that I took. A group of people, the older guys with the grainy look. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about, that grungy look. So I'm going to take you into the whole process. It's going to be a 2-hour session. I can guarantee you that now, because it gets very technical at some spots. And then what I'm going to suggest is on that night, once we've given you the date, on that night we do that, is I know you're going to have the video to work with, but maybe just take notes while you're at it of the steps that I take while we're doing it, because it does get complicated. As a matter of fact, when I was learning this process, I was making notes and then going back and then redoing the notes and then following that same process over and over until I eventually got to the thing. It took me about a year to get that developed. So it does get technical. And that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Sorry, just one thing. I asked you in January if you want stickers.
Stickers. It is shortcuts it says for Lightroom, right? But it is for Photoshop as well, if you ask me. And it says it's for Mac, but it does explain normal PCs as well. So if anybody wants, you can have it. It's yeah.
Yeah, so thanks, Belinda.
The floor is yours.
Like Belinda mentioned that just had a bit of idea to maybe organise the inter-club day outing, just so that we as clubs can socialise and meet members of other clubs and get to know, get be more friends within the photographic communities. There's sort of a planning stage for that. Basically, to find a venue, and then we'll come up with a list of specific shots that each member has to take, and then they can go out in the morning. They can go and try to find the shots and get them, and then we'll meet for lunch, and then maybe have a bit of a sort of awards evening, so a bit of fun, nothing serious, and then once that's done, then we can just socialise and enjoy lunch and get to meet different photographers. So that's our idea. So anyone is keen on that, or anybody thinks that's a good idea, we'll start making arrangements.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Something to look forward to.
For sure. Okay.
You can see. So we're starting with our theme. This is a 1-star, Petals of Light. Oh, sorry, star level is not applicable in the theme.
Okay.
So you can just score it and then crit it, or crit and then score.
Okay, I'll score.
Okay. Petals of Light.
Yeah, that's a very striking image that will stand out nicely. Nice contrast between the red of the petals and that green. And to improve this, there's a little bit of a lack of sharpness on certain parts of the actual flower. So if you could improve the image, perhaps use a bit of a wider depth of focus just to get the whole flower nice and sharp. I think better image, it's still very nicely done.
It's a gold for Gournay. Hungry Tulip.
And also very well seen image and quite striking with the colours of the flower. Yeah, also a little bit of a storytelling element with the orange flower almost, yeah, between the crystal. Oh, yeah. The area in the top right is a little bit striking, but yeah, you can maybe drop the exposure on that just so that the tall subject stands out better. It might make it image. It's still very nicely done.
That's a gold for Louis Schneckler. Shadow Tulips.
Very using images, yeah, the focus in this image is very well handled. Yeah, it's nice and sharp throughout both the flowers. And then, yeah, it's nice contrast between the red petals and the actual leaves. Now, I think in this instance, perhaps a little border, just so that you can see where the actual image ends. Yeah, might be called for because I can't really tell exactly how far that image goes to the left or right. So yeah, just a very, very thin border. Make for a better result. It's still very nicely done.
That's 11 gold for Teresa. Fire Flower.
It's very striking images. Yeah, like the use of the colours with the dark orange almost fading through into light yellow on the right. Yeah, so it's quite an effective effect. And sharpness is also very well handled, nice and sharp throughout the whole flower. Yeah, very well done.
That's a 12 gold for Natasha. Flowers.
Nicely seen and captured image. Yeah, you've got nice focus on this flower right in the middle, in the front, and then what's getting this image down is the background is a little bit busy. It's a lot of elements to draw your eye and competing for your attention. So I think you could just maybe tone down the highlights, maybe the exposure on the flowers in the background, just so that the focus is on this flower in the foreground as a maybe local point of the image that might make a stronger composition. Nice.
It's a 10 gold for Alan. Okay, our apologies. The TOPS program just decided to stop working. Hold on a second, guys, please. That one. That is 4-5. Shucks. Dit was het 10.
Hy gaan met res.
Okay, dan what was it? By flowers. Please just rescore this one for us. Finals. Rescore.
Can you just rescore it really quick, please?
Yeah, it's again a very striking image this one. Yeah. You've got that saturation on the actual sunflower and look quite nice. You can see all the detail in the petals. And then you have the inclusion of the tubal beads collecting the pollen. That's a nice little bit of interest in the image. Perhaps the background is a little bit busy, so competing for your attention, with all the flowers in the background. So perhaps, if you could try to selectively drop the exposure or maybe the saturation so that this is a little bit of a separation between the main flower and the background. That might make a composition. It's still very nice to catch it.
That's 11 gold for Andre de Boek. Lover's Rose.
Yeah, it's very nice to capture the shot of this flower. Focus is very well angled, nice and sharp throughout the image. And then also the inclusion of the water drops on the petals adds quite a nice little bit of interest to the image. And it also stands out quite nicely against the backgrounds, very well handled. And then perhaps the order is a little bit on the bright side, so you could maybe tone that and use a little bit more than the tone grey. Colour for that, that might not be as distracting, but still very well captured.
The 12 gold for Louis M. Pink Bloom.
Yeah, nice using this, nice use of the colours. Also quite nice contrast and the dark pink in the centre of the image, and then fading out to the lighter pinks towards the edge of each petal. I think in this instance there's a little bit of a issue with the focus on the petals and towards the edge of the flower. So I think if you the depth of focus, they might make the image a little bit more compact. It's still nice.
That's the 9 silver. Purple Delight.
Very creative shot of this flower. Almost gives the feeling of the actual flower being a bit of a light bulb almost. So in the actual towards the left of the flower. And yeah, I think you handle the saturation and exposure quite nicely as well, and the focus nice and sharp throughout the image. And, yeah, very nicely done.
That's a gold for Elsa. Seeds of Time.
Nicely composed image this, yeah, the actual flowers nice and sharp, and it stands out nicely against the background. Yeah, I think the background is a little bit busy, it's almost got a slight noisy feel to that, so I think a little bit more of a muted background, just so that the actual flower stands out and isn't competing with the purple in the background. It might make the result still very nice.
That's a 10 gold for André Cole. Tulip.
Yeah, very well handled image. Exposure and the highlights on the actual flower are quite well handled. Yeah, you can see all the detail in the petals, which is quite good. And then, yeah, the flower being the brightest part of the image does draw your eye there, because good into the author wants you to focus point of view. And then, yeah, I think the nice leading lines of the leaves and the stem coming up towards the petals. Yeah, adds a nice sort of interest to the image. So, nicely done.
It's an 11 gold for Stefan. Sirius Cactus Flower.
So again, nicely composed and textured image, yeah, like that. Yeah, that was the radiating amount of colours coming from the very dark green centre, coming up to the white petals, and then sort of fading out into the background of the slightly darker black petals. So yeah, it's quite a detective image. So, yeah, but I think in this instance there is a little bit of a issue with the focus in the middle of the flower. Yeah, because all the soft there, so it's good. Yeah, maybe once again, yeah, have a little bit of a deeper depth of focus, just to bring that a little bit of sharpness into that area of the image that might make it better. So, yeah, nice image.
It's an 11 gold for Michelle. Phalaenopsis.
And this is an excellent image, yeah. It's again focused throughout all flowers, nicely handled, nice and sharp, all the way through. And then the other piece of the flower that stand out quite nicely against the background. It's got nice amount of contrast. And then, yeah, the water droplets on the flowers in the foreground adds some nice interest. So, very, very well done. Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah.
13 CRM for Martinez. Pink Dahlia.
Very effective images. Yeah. But, a nice focus on the center of the flower, which is focus of the it should be, and then yeah, some nice sort of fading out towards water edges of the image, yeah, that's quite a nice effect. And sort of almost draws your eye into the actual, yeah, focus area with that water once you do. So, yeah, nicely done, yeah, very well composed image, this one.
So 12 gold for Annelien. Sonneblom.
Well composed images, yeah. The Google Earth quite nicely, yeah, with the actual focus onto the image, which is the center of the little sunflower out on the first. And yeah, the petals on the right and the top will do where there's some leading lines also draw your attention to that, to the center of the flower. And yeah, the inclusion of that little beetle and the spider hiding towards the top right also adds quite a nice little bit of interest in the image. Very nice.
So 13 CRM for Rikus. Freckled Lily.
It's also very striking images. You have some contrast between the yellow of the flower against the blue background. It's quite an effective use of the color spectrum. And also some good focus throughout the flower. You know, nicely handled, nicely sharp, easy. But yeah, I think in this instance there's a little bit of a darker area towards the top left, which is slight description. Not too bad. I think it's sort of very striking image. Well done.
It's a 12 gold for Maria. Fynpers blommetjie.
So, yeah. Nicely captured image. Yeah. Good use of that colours, nice contrast between the slight purple of the petals and then yeah, against the green of the leaves, and it yeah, stands out nicely against the background. Yeah, I think the background is a little bit on the bright side, so we could yeah, drop the exposure or the highlights in the background just so that the flowers stand out a little bit more. It might make a stronger composition. In the GR, there are also a few highlight overflow areas in the petals from the top of the plants. So you look at and dropping the highlights from those top petals. That might also improve your result. So very nicely done.
11 gold for Sarina. Gerbera white daisy.
This was a really good photo, yeah, well composed. And used Google Earth quite nicely with the center of the flower, yeah, nicely on the thirds on the left and also on the middle. And then, yeah, the highlights also quite well handled. There's no real blown out areas, so you've got detail throughout all the petals. And then, yeah, the petals also form some nice leading lines, yeah, drawing your attention right to the center of the flower, which is where the focus should be. So, nicely done and nicely composed.
So 13 CRM for Fraser. Impala lily with a difference.
So very nicely composed images, yeah, nice and sharp throughout the flower. Yes, no issues with the actual focus there. And then, yeah, the background is also nicely muted. Yeah, and also contrasts nicely with the actual thing from the light of the flower. Make the tones stand out quite nicely. So very well handled. And yeah, highlights and exposure also quite handled here. Once again, there's no real overdone areas or lots of detail in the props. Yeah, nicely done.
12 goal for Linda. Into the center.
Very pleasing images and well captured. Yeah, but focus on the darker area in the middle of the front. Yeah, handled quite nicely sharp there, which is where the focus of the image should be. And, yeah, the focus does drop off towards the edges of the image, but that actually has quite a nice effect, sort of drawing your attention to the actual middle of the flower. Quite nice, picture, and then very well captured.
May theme. Up close.
Well captured the flower of this. Yeah. Once again, got the exposure handled very nicely. Yeah, nice amount of detail throughout the image, and then put a little focus area with stamens all in the middle of the image. Drawing your eye. The petals almost leading your attention right in the middle of the plant. Quite nicely. So very effective. Stands out quite nicely against the black background. Well done.
That's 11 goal for Jeanette. Pretty, yeah.
I'm gonna reset you really quick. It's not working. I'm gonna reset you really quick. It's not working. Try it really quick. Okay. Jump.
So it's getting very well captured image of this right here. And nice and focuses well handled, nice and sharp throughout, and some nice colours in here as well. Nice contrast between the pink of the flower in the middle against the green leaves, and then also stands out nicely. Nice backgrounds, very effective in that instance, and also explosion highlights handled quite nicely. There are some good detail throughout the whole plant. Well handled. Very well done.
So 12 goal for Dave. Purple power.
Quite a nice striking image. This, it's nice contrast between the purple of the petals and the green leaves, and then the background is nicely muted, nicely handled. It doesn't distract from the actual flower at all. But, just instant there does seem to be a little bit of a lack of focus in the center of the image. the flower, which is fittings down slightly, still very, very nicely seen and captured. So well done.
It's a 10 goal for Anthony. Tubed Cosmos.
It's also very striking images. It's very nice contrast between the little diamonds or whatever they're called in the middle. Pardon?
David.
Yeah, diamonds in the middle. Yeah, it's supposed to be the actual purple and pinks of the petals. Yeah, quite an effective use of colours, and then also all the petals sort of leading your eye towards the stems are nice. Some good leading lines. Also very effective. Yeah, makes a nice effective composition. So yeah, very well handled, well done.
So 13 CRN for Anita. Yellow Lily.
And it's also nice creative take on the set subject. Yeah, nice. Yeah, to also include the little bars which images in there. So added a little interest in this. Yes, very well done. And also yes, darken it out so that it doesn't distract from the actual petals. Yeah, nice little petal flower. So it's quite an effective composition in this. So yeah, attention of the image is definitely drawn towards flowers on the top. Nice yellow and orange colours. So, yeah, nicely done. Very well handled composition. This one. Well done.
12 goal for Ron. Dahlia Gathering.
Yeah, also very well done, well captured, striking images. Yeah, got the focus, yeah, nicely handled right in the center of the image, yeah, nice and sharp there, and dropping off slightly towards the edges of the flower, so that the tension is formed to the little diamonds in the middle with the little beetle, gathering some pollen. That's a nice little bit of interesting image. And then, the nicely muted green background also, looks quite nicely in this instance here. Makes the flowers stand out nicely. And so not the separation in the background and the foregrounds. Well done. So very nice image.
It's a 13 CRN for Belinda. Succulent flower.
The bulk composed images. Nice use of the focus. Nice and sharp graph image. Also, nice seeing line with the little stem coming up towards the flower. And, sort of leading your eye to the actual stamens and the petals. And then the photo is also very well handled. Nice, no lots of detail in the petals or in the flowers. It's well handled. And then, perhaps a little bit of a tighter crop on the left and right, so that it's draws a focus a little bit more towards the actual flower. Just a little bit of negative space towards the side, so you could maybe try and see cropping that a little bit tighter and might make a better result. That's all. Nicely done.
The 12 gold for Arnold. That's our last image. If you can just choose as a winner. You have 5 images to choose from. You just need to give us one winner. Phalaenopsis. Before you go back to the previous one. Sonneblom. Gerber White Daisy. Tubed Cosmos. And Dahlia Gallery. Would you like to see them again?
Yeah, I think the Tube Cosmos was actually very finished. Previous one. Yeah.
That's your, thank you. That's your winner, Anita. Well done. Clock. The best of theme. That. Nothing. Yeah. Not finished. An editing. So we're going to do the editing challenge now.
Okay.
Save letters from 0 to 4 feet. Choose the 20 in it. Okay. This one is called Cityscape. And it's a 2-star photographer.
Okay.
And just a reminder, you comment on the photo post-processing, not
yeah.
the
Not that one.
photo stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see. Well done. You know, this, yeah, bringing out the, you know, sort of the lights in the foreground, and then you know, also adding the using the same sort of, yeah, color grading, sort of adds a little bit of interest to the image. Yeah, yeah, very well done, James. Awesome.
That's a 10 gold for Teresa. Street scene.
You know, doing very nice attempt at editing. Yeah, I think sort of there's, you know, the way you've done it, there's no real, focus point for the actual image, sort of brighten up most areas, so there's no real, point of focus which is drawing the user's eye. So I think perhaps, sort of maybe darkening some areas a little bit more, just so that you can draw the viewer's attention to the actual individuals and target money, better result, but still nice.
And that's a 9 silver. Evening glamour.
Very well done. It's slightly darkened the area towards right here as well, and it's cropped up a little bit towards on the left here, so that the focus is more on the actual top individual which plant. Yes, it's quite an effective editing technique, so it's quite nicely in this image. And also I think needing a little bit of the tree on the right, just almost as a slight to frame the image a little bit
It's also quite effective, so really well done. It is something nice.
It's a 12 goal for Elsa. Buildings.
And also very effective. This one, it's quite nicely that starts monochrome conversion is quite effective. And the other is definitely drawn to the draw sign. There's a focus point for the image, so it's good that there's one with focus, which is the cop is also quite well angled here. Good use of rule of thirds also. Quite nicely in this image. Yeah, nicely done.
It's a 12 goal for Annalene. City centre.
Yeah, and other nice interior, it being drawn up the colours quite nicely of the lights in the buildings, as well as the buildings on the side. And, perhaps, it's like you kind of, the sky in the background, it's like you might have lightened a little bit too much, like there's a little bit of noise introduced into the sky, so I think it just needs down a little bit. So, nicely done.
That's a 9 silver. City lights.
Nicely that on this image as well. Yeah, you've got the colours coming through nicely in all the buildings. Yeah. And right from the blue on the top left, golden colours. Interesting. Yeah, I think you handled the sky in the background quite nicely. Like you added a few stars. So nice effects. Yeah, perhaps maybe a little bit of a tight crop on the top. Yeah, I don't think that bothered me too much. So, yeah, very nice.
That's an 11 goal for Anthony. George Building.
Effective, the Sunday now, like the crop that you've used in this instance. Yeah, sort of just get rid of the structuring elements towards the left and right. So, focuses nicely on the sharpening the foreground here, and Mr. George is trying to. That was a nice use of the rule of thirds here. Sharpen directly in the bottom third, and then as well as a third towards the left. So yeah, it's definitely well thought out. Yeah, composition and so on. So yeah, nicely done. And then also left a little bit of the plants in the foreground just to add a little bit of interest. So yeah, nicely.
That's a 12 goal for Ron. George's Restaurant.
and was nicely handled edit this one. Handle the colours quite nicely in this, this edit. You can see all the detail in the buildings all the way through that image. I think, perhaps get enough space on the top of the image as well. Nicely cropped there, yes, so you can still see the top of the building. And then, I think this deserves quite nice image, not a nice image.
That's an 11 gold for Fraser. If only.
Not the crop on this image, nice portrait crop, that draws your attention to Mr. George, restaurant or shop there, quite nicely, and then also the darkening of the building on the right, and then, addition of the stars in the background in the sky, and also adds a nice little bit of interesting image and draws your attention nicely to the actual shop as a focus point of the image. Very well handled. Perhaps a little bit slightly cropped on the top of it. Almost like it's coming off the top of the building slightly. And you try again use a little bit more of the top of the building in that short composition that might make a stronger result. That's all nicely done.
That's 12 gold for Anita. Melrose Arch.
Also, very effective at this one. Handled the use of colours quite nicely. On a contrast between the orange on the George top, as opposed to the blue on the right, and then nicely a little bit darkened on the right, looking towards your eye towards the restaurant nicely. So like the fact that you crop the tree on the right house, so that not too much of a stepping in it's quite effective. Use of that everything most persistent, so nicely done.
The 12 gold for Dave. Melrose Arch Night Scene.
Like the type property used for this image, so once again, it draws your attention nicely to the it's a nice focus point to the image, the shop in the foreground. So nice, a little bit darker towards the left and right, also draws your attention nicely to the actual shop. And I think the addition of the nice those speed clouds in the background in the sky also adds a nice effect to this image. Very well done.
11 gold for Arnold. Mr. George on High Street.
It's really well. And there's a initiative on that. That's quite large, getting drawn up for the colours nicely, from the tops, all the way through, from the left to the right, nicely going in the buildings. The colours are quite vibrant, which makes for quite an effective image. And then obviously also brought out a little bit of a detail in the sky and add a few star sources to add a little bit of interest in it. And that's very well handled. Effective, pleasing image, well done.
That's a 13 CRM for Belinda. This is the highest scoring image of this challenge. Is it safe to assume that that's the winner?
Yeah.
Well done, Belinda. Deirdre, please remember to add a best of editing challenge to the scoring options. We shall now go over to this macro category. You have 10 images to choose. This one is pound, 3 star.
It's a very nice macro images, very creative. Nice that you also used a bit of a reflective surface just to get actual reflection of the £1 coin as a digital interest point in the image. It's worked quite nicely. But I think the focus does a little bit towards the back of the image as the image down a little bit. In the sense that, the whole coin could have been in focus, might have been a little bit more. So, very, very well done. Different macro structures.
That's an 11 goal for Alan. Alan B. 4 star.
Very well captured macro structures. Nice focus. These, contrast throughout. Nice control. In that instance, the background is also nicely muted. It makes the stand up nicely. The slight dark areas in the background, the front of the B and then towards the top right corner are slightly distracting from the head. And I think also this image down slightly is a little bit of a loss of detail in certain areas of the B. It's just back of the B and then towards that back right. Maybe drop it. Possibly drop the shadows there a little bit. You can see if you get some more detail come through those areas, and I think there's stronger image. It's still very nice.
It's a 12 gold for Elsa. Honey Seeker, 4 star.
Both seen and that's it. And had a macro here, and look at a little bit of interest of the everything is following, and and I think it seems down there seems to be a little bit of a issue with the focus on the B itself, but slightly in the middle, another sharp as could be. We could get a little bit of a bigger focus just so we get the whole subject in nice and sharp. Might make a better result. It's still nice to capture.
That's a 9 silver. Beneath the Surface, what 5-star?
A very interesting softness, and yeah, I think in this instance, conversion to black and white is actually worked quite nicely. It's got some good contrast between the petals and the stamens and the fronds. Yeah, it's quite effective. We still one conversion, so yeah, we'll done in that regard. And yeah, I think if you've got exposure, that's quite nice, and yeah, it's a detail yeah, very well handled.
This is 11 gold for Deirdre. Daisy and the Drop, 5-star.
Yeah, and very striking with this one, yeah, very well handled. Nice focus throughout the whole subject. Yeah, got the old ladybird and then throughout the flower as well. Nice and sharp. And yeah, a little bit of water drop on the bottom right of the flower also adds a nice little bit of interestedness, yeah, so it's quite effective. And then, yeah, the background is also quite well handled and also makes the subject stand out quite nicely. It's a nice contrast and separation between the people in the background and all the different colours and the working section of the flower. Yeah, it's quite effective. So yeah, very nicely done.
That's a 13 CRE for Anita. Prettier.
Yeah, it was a nice striking image. Yeah, very effective. Yeah, and put focus on the middle of the protea. Well handled, nice and sharp there, which draws your eye to the center of the flower. And then, yeah, it's also framed quite nicely with all these slight out of focus petals around the side of the flower. Yeah, it makes a nice natural frame. Yeah, also draws your attention to the center of the flower. Nice. Yeah, very well done.
Thank you. It's a 12 gold for me. Unfolding Bloom.
So very nice images, yeah. Nice storytelling image, yeah, with the green, yeah, ready to open and blossoms, so nice in that regard. Yeah, also, yeah, focus is also nicely handled, yeah, nice and sharp, really, right in the middle of the flower, which is the I should be, yeah, focused on. So, yeah, perhaps these petals towards the bottom of the image are a little bit out focusing to be slightly disturbing image. Yeah, could draw your attention a little bit away from the actual petals. I don't think that probably too much. So I think it's very well captured images.
It's a 12 gold for Fraser. Wasp.
Nice capturing the spots. Yeah. Yeah. In this instance, there might be a few processing issues, as it called. The saturated on the wasp, and then, yeah, and the background also does compete in sort of, there's not so much of a separation between even the background and the wasp. Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, you could perhaps, maybe put the saturation and exposure in the background so it's not completely the wasp. Stronger competition.
It's a non-silver. Pink crab spider on rose spot.
This is a great structure, very well handled. Nice and sharp throughout the tool. The spider as well as what it is sitting on here, which you will down gold or something. And yeah, the background is also nicely handled, nicely muted. As you just distract from the spider and flower angle. That's nice. A little bit of separation between the subject and the background. Yeah, and very well handled. Excellent. Yeah, first shot.
And so lovely 14, Certificate of Merit for Honor. Thorn Perch Guardian.
Also, very well captured macro photo this one. And focuses, very well handled, nice and sharp. Well, without the little butterfly or butterfly. Yes. And once again, the background is also nicely muted. If you just take from the subject, stand up nicely, nice separation in the background of the subject. Perhaps a little bit of a loss of focus on the background leg of this little fly. It doesn't bother me too much, but it's still very well captured.
And that's a 13 CRM for Belinda. Portrait. We're moving over to portraiture. There's 19 images, starting with Luna 2-star.
It's very well captured. Portrait shot of this little dog. Nice lighting on the dog. Yes. Real blown out areas, so the exposure is handled quite nicely. You've got details throughout the dog. Nice sparkle in the eye and the little soap bubble vestment is also there, so nice amount of interesting image. So, very well handled, very well taken portraits.
It's a 12-gold Teresa. Golden Boy 2-star.
Very well captured. Portrait of this. You've got the nice expression in the model's face. Captured another nicely. And also nice use of lighting, from the side. Very well handled. Just kind of blown out areas or lots of detail in there. Perhaps a little bit light in the
model's hand on the left, that's something highlights there just so that doesn't draw your attention away from the face. Could improve the image slightly, but still very well done.
That's an 11 gold for Teresa. Behind the eyes, 2 stars.
Very, nicely shot, portrait shot, very different perspective. You must look in from the top of the model and then look up to you. It's quite a different perspective. So nicely done in that instance. And I think the monochrome version here also works quite nicely. It's good contrast between the background and the model. Use the full tonal range of the white to black, so it's quite nice contrast throughout the image. Very well done, very well captured.
It's an 11 gold for Teresa. Looking off into the distance, 3 stars.
Very well captured. After this, we'll go. Used lighting quite nicely there. Perhaps a little bit bright on the arm on the left. Slightly, to that. So the focus is still so well handled. Got nice sharpness throughout the model and nice little bit of a wrinkle in the eye and also nice detail throughout the model. So behind it. Perhaps slightly busy in the background. Slightly, but not too much. Very well captured.
It's a 10 gold for Natasha. Black lace, 4 stars.
Again, a very well captured portrait shot. It's nice expression on the face. Lighting is also well handled. Nice detail throughout the bottle skin as well as in the head. Lots of detail in there. And, perhaps the background in this instance, it's a little bit bright. It does distract your attention slightly. Perhaps, bit of a darker background so that it doesn't pull your attention away from this model. Might make a better result, but still nicely captured to hold up.
It's an 11 gold for Elsa. In this moment, 4 stars.
I'll catch a moment here and zoom the models in front of the piano as you can, so I'll catch it. And there. There's a good use of light here to put some nice detail throughout the skin. Perhaps a little bit dark on the hair. Using a little bit of detail in the hair towards the left there, so we're talking about shadows there, just putting out a little bit more. So there, and then dark area in the front is also slightly distracting here. And so if you could maybe crop just a little bit tighter there from the bottom, just so that doesn't distract your attention too much.
perhaps a better composition. So, yeah, very well captured.
Then 11 gold for Andre Bertha. Person, 4 star.
So, yeah, well captured shot this, nice expression on the face, nice. Yeah, well handled lighting, nice close up portrait. And yeah, I think between the child getting this image down, is, we have popped up a little bit tight on the top here, chopped up a little bit of the hair, which as the distance down slightly. And there are a few darker areas towards the left and right of the images in the background, which you draw your attention slightly. It's the effect in this image, but yeah, no, it's still very well done. So.
It's an absorber. Skuinslig, 4 star.
Nice mono portrait, this one. Captured a nice expression in the model's face. Nice storytelling in that regard. And I think the lighting in this instance has down slightly. It's got a very, when you still are light from the right of the image, and west is slightly in shadow. So I think that's, perhaps having a bit more light coming from the left, so that there's more detail in the model's face. And could potentially make a better image. So, very well done.
It's a 10 gold for Andre de Kock. Trapped, 5 star honors.
It's a very well done portrait. This one, very creative and very well executed. It's just, got the, interest of the actual glass painting in front with the water drops. In the image, and then, also got that bottle behind the glass, nicely in focus and all that. Yes. So that you can actually, get the story that is trapped behind the turning glass drum escape. So nice storytelling in that regard. And very good, well composed image. So it deserves its comment.
So 13-0 for Annalene. Valerie, 5 star honors.
It's a very pleasing portrait. This, nicely composed. Background is nicely handled. It makes the model stand up nicely. That's separation. And lighting is also very well handled. We've got some good lights on the model's face and arms, so you can see all the detail there, and also in the head. Detail throughout this, and also shadows or highlights. And a little bit of sense of movement as well. Tour in the dress has a nice amount of interest.
So 13-0 for Martinez. Budding star, 5 star.
Well captured portraits, get a sense of the girl's attitude, rising star. A nice little bit of storytelling in that regard, and also lighting is nicely handled, nice detail throughout the model. So there are a few highlight overgrown areas on the church, which are slight issues, but not too much of distractions. The focus also, pretty much nice and sharp and well captured. So very well done.
It's a 12 gold for Dave. Jamie, 5-star.
So, nicely captured image, nice and sharp, so good lighting. I don't think there's any real loss of detail in the model's outfit. You can see detail throughout the image. So there's no issues with the shadows there. So nicely handled that side. And, it stands up nicely against the background, just handled not too bright and still leaves a little bit. Not the separation between the model and the background. So all done.
It's 11 gold for Savino. Karen, 5-star.
So a very nice close-up portrait of this lady, well handled. Like the use of colours, brownish, slightly earthy feel to that. It's quite effective.
Dead.
Is it Boombox?
Boombox is to it.
That's a bit of
With a power guy.
Presentation.
Give us 5 minutes. We just need to see if there's a time code we can use for this. So. Jy moet hier kyk wat het ons nodig voordat jy daar soek. Sorry. Sorry, is it 6 images in the control from the community to the other? Oh, okay. Daar is 'n hardkantoor nou, dan kan ons in pauze Okay, so we've got 16 images to go in this category. Both the judge and myself will speak a little bit louder and hopefully you will hear us. And then during the break, we will sort out the power on the speaker. Okay. So this one is called, you were busy with Karen and did you finish your comment?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Like the tone of this image, slightly brownish. That's a nice amount of image, interesting image, quite effective, and the portrait expression quite nicely. Also some good use of lighting, with to yeah. That's quite an effective image. So yeah, very well done.
That's a 12 gold for Fraser. Lost in Thought, 5-star.
It's quite an effective black and white portrait, this one. Yeah, very striking. Yeah, mono conversion. Yeah, it works quite nicely. Yeah, got some good contrast between the background and used the full tonal range of the whites versus blacks. Yeah, quite effectively. I think there are a few. Yeah, the buttons on the main shirt are slightly distracting. You tend to draw your eye away a little bit from the actual face. But yeah, I don't think that's too much of a distraction. So yeah, very well handled. So that's it. Well done.
Thank you. Pensive, 5-star.
And again, also, yeah, very nice portrait of this cheetah. Yeah, very well handled. Nice focus. Nice and sharp throughout. Actual animal. Yeah. Yeah, sharpness there at all. But yeah, I think that's background is a little bit bright, slightly distracting away from the actual animal space. So good, yeah, maybe selectively drop the highlights or the exposure in the background, just so that it brings our attention more to the cheetah's space. That might make a stronger image. But yeah, very well done.
It's a 12 gold for Linda. Pianist, 5-star.
And also, quite a pleasing portrait of this pianist with the bride's dress on. Yeah, nicely handled. Yeah, I think a few slight areas in the dress where using a little bit of detail due to the brightness, and then also perhaps lighting in this instance has let the image down slightly. The few quite sharp, striking shadows on the model's neck and face, which are slightly distracting. But yeah, still very well handled. Nicely captured moment. So well done.
That's 11 gold for Anita. Warrior Woman, 5-star.
And also very effective, quite a striking image. This quite a fierce expression on the face. Yeah, it adds to the storytelling image and the whole feel of the scene. Gives you the feel that she is quite a Viking warrior woman on a mission. Lighting is also quite well handled. Yeah, some nice detail on the face, and slight little bit of shadows on the right also adds a little bit of interest to the image. Yeah, a little bit of history. And yeah, so definitely well captured shots. Yeah, very well executed, well thought out image.
It's a 12 gold for Maria. Framed Beauty, 5-star.
Yeah, very creative. Yeah, portrait this. Yeah, nicely thought out and well executed. Yeah, different idea. And background in this instance is also very well handled. Yeah, nicely muted, and it makes our model stand out nicely. It's quite a nice amount of separation between the background and the model. Yeah, I think perhaps there are a few slightly blown out areas on the frame, which are bringing your attention away from the model slightly, especially on the top right of the frame. Yeah, there's a little bit bright, overexposed there. But, they're not too bad though. So definitely well captured. This.
11 gold for Maria. Wise Eyes, 5-star.
Yeah, very well captured. Yeah, nice focus, nice use of lighting. Yeah, nice light coming from the right, and yeah, a little bit of a shadow on the model's face on the left, adding a little bit of mystery to the image. And yeah, nice expression also with the hand covering the face also. Yeah, adds a little bit of mysteriousness to that image. Yeah, but yeah, I think what has led to the image down slightly is yeah, we have cropped off a little bit of the model's elbow on the right at the bottom. So, yeah, if possible, if you can, yeah, leave a little bit more space so that you've got the whole model's arm in. Yeah, that might make a better result. Yeah, at the composition of the image. Yeah, still very well captured.
That's a 10 gold for Maria, and that was the last one for the category. We'll take a 10-15 minute break. Thank you.
Yeah, it's very quick stuff. Yeah, very well handled. Yeah, nice exposure. There's no lots of detail throughout the other cards, and very quite nicely with these little cards from that combination. And very well captured, composed image.
It's a 10 gold for Cornay. Pink and blue, 3-star.
Yeah, very striking with this. Yeah, nice contrast, separation between the blue of the background and the white and pink on the flower. Yeah, perhaps there are a few slight blown out areas within the petals of the flower, but yeah, not overly blown out. It's still got a decent amount of detail throughout the image. Well done.
11 gold for Natasha. Dahlia, 3-star.
Also very striking with this, nice cross of the white of the petals is the stadiums. Yeah, some nice leading lines of the petals, yeah, leading your eye into the center of the image. Nice, yeah, very well composed.
12 gold for Natasha. Feed Me If You Dare, 4-star.
Nicely captured image, yeah, very unusual pose of these birds. Yeah, I see them in that position, yeah. Yeah, the background is also nicely handled, nicely muted. Perhaps a little bit of a loss of detail to the feathers on the head of the bird, a little bit on the chest area. Yeah, you've got the shadow beds, you can have a little bit more of that detail out. Yeah, so it's nice image.
16 gold for Andre Bueta. Lines of Blue, 4-star.
Very effective, yeah. Abstract images, yeah, nice use of blue lines, yeah, having nice little element of interest in the image, yeah, nice, yeah, adds to the flow of the image, and we've also got a little bit of a art area in the top and middle of the image, yeah, it's also towards your eye, there's a nice focus point for the top, so well done.
That's an 11 gold for Louis. Just a reminder, please put your phones on silent, and if we can get done with the chips packets, that would be lovely. Pick up sticks, 4-star.
Nice idea here, also a little bit of abstract feel to this image. But I think that the interest in this image is the actual colours of the stick on the floor. And yeah, the area, the space towards the top doesn't really add anything to the image, so you could perhaps, crop a little bit, off the top, so it's more panoramic top. just to focus the attention more on this sort of effect that might make a more effective.
That's a 10 gold for Louis. Orchid, 5-star honours.
Yeah, and very nice pleasing images. Yeah, got a nice leading line. Yeah, of the little setting leading line to the petals of flower. Yeah. I think there's any real issues with the highlights that have been going up. We've still got nice detailed petals. Yes, perhaps a little bit of gloss of detail in the shadows of the little seeds and the stem on the bottom. Yeah, good. Yeah, maybe drop the shadows and get a little bit more detail in that. Yeah, I think that's something that's so nice done.
It's an 11 gold for Annalie. Zebra Eye, 5-star honours.
Good, very effective images. Yeah, nice contrast of this zebra. Yeah, against the background. Yeah, it's quite effective. And yeah, nice little bit of colour in the eye also draws your attention there nicely. Yeah, very well handled. Yeah, that's a little bit of a loss of detail in that starts towards the right of the zebra. Yeah, got the shadows there and a little bit more detail in. Yeah, nice and good image. Oh, nice and finished.
12 gold for Annalie. Bella, 5-star.
So, yeah, nice picture. Moment of this little dog. Yeah, so the interaction between the dog and the photographer. Yeah, some nice dog hair in the background. Yeah, that's a little bit interesting. The separation between the background and the dog. Yeah, there is a slight issue with the focus. Yeah, nose of the dog is slightly soft and not as sharp as it could be. That's slightly from the image. So, yeah, nicely captured.
11 gold for Fraser. Cosmos in Bloom, 5-star.
And so, again, nice effective images. Flower and the foreground does stand out nicely against the background. Yeah, it's nice amount of separation. But yeah, I think perhaps a bit of a after crop on the bottom of this image just to get a few of these out of focus. Yeah, the little flowers here drawing your eye. And so it could focus attention more on this nice flower in the foreground to make it a more effective image. Yeah, nicely captured.
11 gold for Ron. Ignite, 5-star.
So also very effective, almost macro shot of this little this match like the candle, nicely captured. Yeah, and also exposures nicely handled. There's no real blown out areas from the snow from the match. So yeah, quite effective. Yeah, very well captured. Well done.
That's a 12 gold for Deirdre. It's a mission church, 5-star.
And also, nicely captured architecture of this. Got some nice detail in colours in the actual building. Some nice position elements there. Nice and straight. I think perhaps dropping the highlights and the clouds in the background just so that to get a little bit more detail in those clouds. It's nice strong clouds and nice little bit of interest in the image. So nicely done.
It's an 11 gold for Serena. How do you pronounce that? Kevlar. Thank you. What? Baby elephant, 5-star.
Yeah, nicely captured. This little baby elephant having some fun in the river. Yeah. And nice, interesting colour tone. This dimensionless, slightly monotone. Monochrome. Yeah, feels good. Adds a little bit to the mood of the image. Nice focus. Nicely sharp. And I suppose no well captured.
11 gold for Jeanette. Staring intently, 5-star.
So, yeah, well captured portrait of this little hyena. Yeah, once again, yeah, nicely handled background, nicely muted. There's nothing that's detracting or distracting your attention from the hyena. And perhaps there's a slight little bit of loss of focus on the hyena's face. Like it's as sharp as it possibly could be. But, yeah, it's still not bad and very well captured.
10 gold for Linda. The Bee, 5-star.
Yeah, so yeah, well captured macro shots of this. Yeah, nice focus on the face of the bee and the little stamens which it's collecting its pollen from. Yeah, I think perhaps see clip off a little bit of the wing on the left and then maybe a little bit tightly cropped on the bottom, so if it could possible to leave a little bit more space on the left and the bottom just so that the entire bee is in the frame. That could perhaps improve the image. But yeah, so very well done.
11 gold for Anita. The Gathering Storm, 5-star.
Yeah, nice 3D images. Yeah, nice detail in the clouds. Yes, you can see that using the storms that are rolling. Yeah, perhaps a little bit busy in the foreground. Yes, lots of elements here that are for your attention and competing for the focus of the image. Yeah, I think you did frame that tall storm quite nicely. First on the right and then the tree. Yeah, coming in from the left. Yeah, that's a nice straight to the image.
12 gold for Anthony. Sandstone Steam, 5-star.
Yeah, nice captured images. Yeah, good detail throughout the frame. Yeah, there's no blowing out or shadowy areas. Yeah, no issues there, and you've got a nice amount of space for the frame to move into on the right, which is also nicely composed. Yeah, well done. Good one.
11 gold for Ron. Underdog, 5-star.
Yeah, nicely captured in this. Yeah, sitting on the little bridge and then the background is nicely muted. If he makes the stand up nicely. And I think that both in the top does sort of compete for your attention. With the duck is on my eye. So if you see sort of then you're not really setting on one specific focus points. I think you can crop very much from the top just so that the focus is on the duck. That might be a good result, but to try. It's sort of nicely captured.
So 9 silver. What stares back, 5-star.
Large.
Rescue, just rescue.
What?
Reset me.
Yes, we are busy.
You
Okay,
go.
go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's very creative, very unusual images. Yeah, nicely handled and nice. Creative. I think the mono conversion here also worked quite nicely. You can use the full tonal range of that explicit light to make a nice contrasty image and makes it stick out nicely. Yeah, very, very creative and well done.
13 CRM for Dieter. Left in the cold, 5-star.
Moments, and we'll see if we make the most of this opportunity. But in this instance, there are two brighter areas in the background which are distracting you tension away from this little toy, which is got some on the tree stump, and yeah, perhaps there's a little bit of a lots of detail in the snow, which is around this toy, which is perhaps something highlights there, just bring a little bit more detail out there, could improve the image slightly. So nicely done.
11 gold for Deirdre. Petals of Stone, 5-star master.
It's a very effective architectural softness. Yeah. Nice use of the shapes and the to create a nice, pleasing image. Yeah, very creative. Yeah, and yeah, nice tones in this image also. Yeah, because slightly brown tone also adds nice amount of interest and adds to the mood of the image. So yeah, very well done.
It's a 13-0 for Belinda. Rower Green Canoe, Master Silver.
Yeah, it's also very well captured in this. I think it's got a slight pan feel to it. Canoeist through the water, water slightly out of focus, and it's all handled. I think, maybe a little bit of a tighter crop, so it's more of a panoramic shot. So probably a bit tighter on top and bottom, just might make a more effective image. You give that a try and see if that improves it. But yeah, still nicely done.
11 gold for Arnold. Dual color splash, 5-star master silver.
Yeah, also very well handled, captured. Nice little composition of this water droplet shot. Always easiest to get. And, the contrast between the pink and the blue, but in the background, reverse in the actual water drop is quite effective. It's nice amount of interest to image, and focus is also well handled because it's not blowing out areas or detail. So nicely done.
So 12 gold for Arnold. Brown button spider reflection.
Nicely captured Microsoft. So quite a creative idea to actually get the spider on the little effective surface. So that we got a little bit of an added interest in the image. And we seem to be in the borders, almost like a secondary. The reflection of the spiders does attract your attention slightly. You can do about that, that's what we'll catch it. This is nice.
So 12 gold for Arnold. We are done with pictorial. We're moving over to altered reality. Mind of a King, 1-star.
So very well thought out and well executed images. Out of the norm. It's got a well composed image. I think so. The conversion to Safi Mono. The image also done quite well. It's quite effective in this instance. Nice separation between the background and the model as well. A little bit of a shadow in the text. It's quite effective. Well done.
So 12 gold for Cornine. Clawing at Space, 1-star.
It's just very unusual, very well thought out, and creative, composed image. Very different. Use it up to the viewer's imagination to see what's happening in the image. I think maybe one suggestion is shadows actually coming from the few parts of the body that don't quite match up with actual the body sort of seem a little bit narrow, and so perhaps to improve the image, make it so that those do match up with actual proportions of the body. Might make a better result. That's nice. creative.
12 gold for good night. Dancing in the moonlight, 5-star honors.
Yeah, that's very, yeah, very effective. Yeah, well composed copies of the song. Yeah, yeah, definitely the background music is complement the model part nicely. Yeah, yeah, adds to the storytelling element of the image. And, yeah, is a nice amount of separation so between the model and the background. You can see where the model's dressed. Yeah, there was also in the background pickings. And then, yeah, nice reflections also in the water to the bottom of the image. Adds a nice amount of interest to the image. Very well done.
It's a 13 for Michelle. I think the bus is late. 5-star honors.
Yeah, and also, yeah, very creative images. Yeah, nice amount of storytelling. Yeah, you can see that the passengers waiting for the bus to arrive. Yeah, I think perhaps the background is this instance is slightly busy. There's a few darker areas which are drawing your eye and distracting slightly from the actual passenger in the foreground. So you can just look at maybe getting a bit more of a uniform background so that there's decent amount of separation. Yeah, that could improve the image into the shop and so yeah, very well done.
So 12 gold for Michelle. All roads lead to home. 5-star honors.
Yeah, so yeah, very well. Yeah, composed images. Yeah, so good enough storytelling. Yeah, just coming home from work. Nice use of colours there also. As a good amount of interest. Nice. Gives a nice feel to the image as a whole. So, yeah, very well handled, well composed, and well thought out images.
So 13 for Michelle. And that's it for all the formality. We are now doing scapes. We're going over to scapes, and this is St. Paul's and Bridge, 3-star.
Yeah, very well handled images. Yeah, nice use of colour, very vibrant. Yeah, adds a nice, gives the image a nice feel. Yeah, I think there is some that much interest in the sky at the top, so you could perhaps crop a little bit tighter on the top, so that focuses more on the buildings and the bridge, which is where that interest should be. Yeah, and try and see if that can increase that composition of the image. So yeah, very pleasing of this.
Okay, that's a 12 gold for Alan Bryce. Just a reminder to keep quiet while the judge is talking, please. On Top of the World, 4-star.
Yeah, and there's a nicely balanced landscape of this. Yeah, nice use of the school of birds. Yeah, the interest is in this image is more in the foreground with the buildings and rocks in the mountains. Yeah, it's very interesting to be in. Yeah, still got a decent amount of the sky. Yeah, a little bit of balance in the image, as well as these rocks in the bottom left. To add nice amount of balance to the image as a whole. Yeah, very well captured landscape of this.
It's a 13 CIM for Elsa. Peru Golden Hour, 5-star honors.
Yeah, I mean, it's very moody shot this. Yeah, you get me to see that feeling of actually being in the Peru, traveling down to Cape. Yeah, some nice amount of detail and colour in the sky. Yeah, some nice, pastel colours in the clouds, which adds a nice amount of interest in the image. And yeah, Also, use the third slide. Oh, yeah, it's got some nice detail in the foreground, which is where the interest of the top is, and using the 2/3 rule for that. Yeah, so very well handled and sketch office.
It's a 12 gold for Rikus. Sunrise at Quino Lodge, 5-star honours.
Also, very well captured, really, landscape office. Yeah, it gives you the feeling of a nice sunset out in the countryside somewhere. Yeah, the use of the slightly orangey, golden, huge of this image also adds to that storytelling element of the scene, the sunset scene, the countryside. And very well captured. Yeah.
It's a 1308 for Martinez. Kenmare Lake, 5-star honours.
Also, nice landscape office. Yeah, you get the feeling of autumn's on its way. Nice autumn colours in the trees. Nicely. All the way from greyish, yellowish, all the way to the dark red. Yeah, some nice, interesting image. And also, some nice storm clouds blowing above the trees also. Adds a good amount of interest in the image, and also keeping a little bit of the lake in the bottom also. Adds some nice talents to the top of all that.
That's a 12 gold for Martinez. Dune Sunset, 5-star.
It's once again, nice 3D image of this sunset over the dunes and the desert. Nice. Once again, the nice reddish hue which is used in this image also adds to that that feel of the nice desert sunset. Nice, good amount of detail in the clouds also adds a nice amount of interesting image. Very well handled.
It's an 11 gold for Anita. Morning Serenity, 5-star.
Also, very pleasing landscape office. Very well balanced. Once again, nice use of the rule of thirds. You've got the water in the bottom third, and nice amount of the shore on the other side in the middle thirds, and then you get a nice detail in the clouds. Top of the image. That's a very well balanced pleasing landscape. Well done.
It's a 10 gold for Linda. Sunrise in Kruger, 5-star.
Also, very well captured image. Nice silhouette. With the tree. I think perhaps leading could maybe drop the highlights in the sky. Just, if there are any clouds, it could bring a little bit more detail in the sky. Because there's very much which is adding the image in the background there. Try and see if that improves the image. So very well captured.
11 gold for Jeanette. Stone and Silence, 5-star master.
It's a great seascape, this one. And it's nice amount of slow shutter speed. Great, nice amount of movement with the waves breaking over this little outcrop. And also, once again, nice use of the rule of thirds. Nice amount of detail in the clouds. Some nice orange hues. Clouds adding a nice amount of detail and interest, and nice balance to the image. So very well captured.
It's a 1308 for Belinda. We're done with scopes. We're moving over to photojournalism. Just a reminder, it's a non-manipulative category. Over there, 2-star.
Yeah, no, so well captured numbers here. We saw a couple walking, pointing to something to the left. Yeah, you can't really see what it is. So yeah, I think that adds a little bit to the mystery of the image. Yeah, so, it's up to the viewers' imagination to see what they see. Yeah, in this instance, I think the background is slightly busy with all these people standing to the left of the image, probably another road that there's people walking on, just distract your attention slightly.
That's a 10 gold for Louis Schneidler. Flags, 3-star.
Also, yeah, very well captured. Shot this, yeah, not your usual sports photo. Well done. And yeah, it's a nice contrast between the flag on the left and the flag on the right of the UK and Mexico. Yeah, it's a little bit of a juxtaposition and contrast between the two. Yeah. And in this instance, background is once again slightly a little bit busy, distracting your attention. Yeah, it's got a the officials and a couple of spectators and watching, which does pull your attention slightly. So yeah, no, very well captured.
It's 11 gold for Alan. Band on stage, 3-star.
Very well captured. Concert of the sales quite effective. Yeah, you've got a lot of leading lines, leading your attention to the actual band from all the spectators. The way the seats are positioned, if you draw your eye there, as well as all these lights that are shining down on the band. So there's some nice leading lines focusing your attention. Focal points. Perhaps maybe could maybe perhaps probably a little bit farther from the top, so that the attention is more focused on the actual band. That try and see if that improves the image. So nice leading shot.
It's a 12 gold for Alan. Sunrise balloon, 4-star.
Very pleasing topics. Nice use of colours. Just give one that feeling of balloons being inflated or deflated at sunset. So nice use of colours here. And I think in this instance, the shadow of the man in the light is distracting, because pull your attention away from the nice colours of the actual balloon, which is where the interest in this image is. So it's all nice picture.
It's a 10 gold for Andre de Kock. Cobblestone stroller, 5-star honours.
Nice storytelling like this. Get the feeling of this on his way. From where it is, if you tell that he's a little bit objected about something, so he's up to the viewer's imagination to see exactly what's going through his mind. And it's a nice leading line of street, sort of leading line to this where this man is walking to. Well, I'll catch it. Great shots.
11 gold for Rikas. Neck and neck, 5-star.
And nice capture. This, those action in the air. So, well done in that. And, in this instance, compositionally wise, actually could have left a little bit more space on the right for these two bikers to actually ride into. happy to crop a little bit out on the left so that there's more space on the right for them to move into. That might have made a more effective position. Yeah, so
That's a 10 gold for Dave. Oorvol, 5 star.
So unusual, steps up shopless, but once again, nasty design of this river, in right where the sea steps are open and letting out the water. Exposure is also, exposure and focus is also well handled, nice and sharp through the dam wall in the water, and sort of giving a little bit of sense of movement in the actual water. It's quite effective, and perhaps lacking a little bit of detail in the sky and the top of the image, and perhaps dropping the highlights there so you can do a bit more detail in clouds shot in the head.
That's a 12 gold for Sarina. We're moving on to the last category for the evening, being nature, non-manipulative category. Morning food search, 2 star.
Nicely captured moment, focus is well handled on this little bird. Nice detail throughout the feathers. No hostile, no going out towards shadowy areas, but nicely handled. Perhaps they are a little bit busy in the background and foreground for these little branches. Continuing but I think that doesn't need too much. It does add a little bit to the actual scene, the environment where this little bird is living. Nicely done.
That's a 10 gold for Louis Schneckler. Forgotten Beauty, 2 star.
Nicely seen and captured shot. Nice colours. In contrast between the little gravelly area and the yellow flower. It's quite effective. It draws attention more to the flower itself. And perhaps depth of focus on the flower is a little bit shadowed. So there are a few areas where it's not as sharp as it could be. So they get a chance to take a shot again, perhaps look at a bit of a wider depth of focus just to look at the whole flower in focus. Might make for stronger composition. It's still nice.
It's an 11 gold for Louis. Alert, 4 star.
So nice shot of this little Impala having a drink. Pretty well handled. Nice little bit of catch light in the eye. Focus and exposure is also well handled. Got detail throughout the head of this Impala. Maybe a slight little bit of loss of detail on the left of its nose. That really what's too much. Perhaps it's dropped a little bit tight in the bottom if possible. You could have got a little bit more of the water into it and feeling out a little bit of that reflection to the part of nose that might have added a nice amount of interest in this. As it is, still very well captured.
12 gold for Elsa. Bath Day, 4 star.
Nice capture. It's always nice to see these birds, stunning themselves. In this instance, the background is slightly busy and a little bit bright, so it's competing a little bit with the actual bird as an main subject. If you could look at maybe topping the exposure in the background, the highlights, and also in the bird itself, there are a few areas where the blacks are a little bit using a little bit of detail in the shadows, especially in the back and wing on the right. So it was good. Then you look at dropping in that shadow edge and a little bit more of that detail.
That's a 10 gold for Andre Huerta. Double Take, 4 star.
so, yeah. Effective image, yeah. But the 3D zebras, which was nice, and it's always good to have and even about animals, and then, yeah, the one in the foreground is quite nice and focused, and then, yeah, in the 3D background, slightly out of focus also adds a little bit of interest. So it's been asked for tile roads allowed in nature.
Sorry?
Tile roads, are they allowed in nature?
No.
That's-
As long as they're not distracted.
Okay, yeah, no.
Okay. Then it's an 11 gold for Andrea. Take off, 4 star.
Yeah, nice to capture moments, they put very fast, nicely there, nice and sharp. And yeah, also left enough space in the front of the bird for to fly into, which is always important. And, yeah, I think you are using a little bit of detail in the feathers of the bird, specifically around the head and towards the back and putting on the left here. But yeah, maybe try and top the shadows there so you can get more of that detail out. And yeah, maybe a little bit of a tighter crop on the bottom, just so that you leave a slight amount of the reflection of the bird. And yeah, that might make a more effective composition for capture.
So 10 gold for Stefan. Wakker loop, 4 star.
Very well captured. Start with this little impala, walking through some grassy area. In this instance, the background is once again slightly busy. Will be used in the background, so if you could, maybe selectively drop the exposure there slightly, or maybe drop the saturation just so that there's a little bit more separation between the background and the impala. That could improve the image. Yeah, no, very well captured.
11 gold for André de Kok. Little Blue, 4 star.
So yeah, no, very well captured. Shot with this little view export. And focus is nicely handled. Nice and exposure as well. Nice detail in figures of the bird. Right, all the way from the tail to the piece. Well handled and also background is also nicely muted. Makes the bird stand out nicely. Has a decent amount of separation. So yeah, very well done.
So 11 gold for Stefan. What now? 4 star.
Nicely captured moments with this little draft, sort of deciding where it needs to go. I think, perhaps a bit of a tighter crop on the right, just so that the attention is more focused on the draft. Could make a better composition, because, obviously this draft is competing with the tree on the left, for the viewer's attention. These different images which are, competing for the viewer's attention. And then, cropping it, more of a portrait crop, the draft and then focus. Could make the road actually serve as a nice leading line for your attention to animal as well.
It's a 10 gold for André Clear. Elephant Stones, 4 star.
I think to reset next from the previous one, please.
We try again.
Also, well captured. Start with this image. This elephant. Nice and sharp. Good focus and clouds in the background. Also, added nice amount of interesting image. I think the time of day might have been against you in this image. It's like the light is actually based on the other side of that image. The side that you've got now is a little bit in shadow, so you're not getting that much detail in the eye. body of the, but yeah, unfortunately, not very much you can do for that, but yeah, so pretty well captured.
Mr. 10 gold for André Creer. Quenching Thirst, 4-star.
Nicely captured, no, yeah, your giraffe, yeah, it's having a drink and then, yeah, in that little wood, it's, yeah, it's a mystery, so you've got a shot of this, and, yeah, and once again, I think, yeah, the background in this instance is slightly busy, but that's going on there, which is, yeah, completely pull your attention, yeah, rather than, yeah, keep focusing your attention on the animal, which is where their interest was not really lies. So, yeah, nice picture judgment.
It's a 10 gold for Stefan. Luister op die stomp, 5-star honors.
Yeah, it was well captured, portrait of this little thrush, yeah. Yeah, focus is well handled, nice and sharp, after bird. Yeah, as well as a stick or rock it's sitting on. Yeah, the background is also, yeah, well handled, nice amount of bokeh and, yeah, decoration, different bird that stand out nicely against the background. Yeah, it's well handled in that regard, so, yeah, and very, very nicely done.
It's a 12 gold for Rickers. Fish Eagle coming to land, 5-star.
Yeah, no, very, yeah, well captured, very good photos, yeah, nice, good, yeah, focus, nice and sharp throughout, yeah, especially on the, these, yeah, well, once again, yeah, a good amount of space in front of the bird on the right, yeah, there's some nice space to fly into. Yeah, I think perhaps there's a slight little bit of loss of detail on the right of the bird's neck, yeah, right at the top where it meets the wing, and then you also, yeah, maybe slightly in the shadowy areas of the wing also, yeah, look at dropping the shadows and the, yeah, the highlights as well in those areas, so you could do a little bit more detail and could make for a better composition.
So 12 gold for Jeanette. Looking up, 5-star.
Yeah, no, it's a really good image here. Yeah, nicely handled. Once again, nice amount of focus. Yeah, nice and sharp throughout. Yeah, and yeah, got some nice detail throughout the one-piece bird. And yeah, so background in this instance is also well handled, nice and muted. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a good separation between the background and the monkey. And yeah, it's expression of the little monkey looking up and also, yeah, adds a little bit of interestedness. Yeah, and if you wonder what monkeys actually see, so that's very effective storytelling images.
It's a 13 CRM for me, thank you. Morning Dew, 5-star.
Yeah, nice, pleasing images. Yeah, to get the feeling of the morning dew. Yeah, sticking to the side of it. Yeah. Storytelling, good amount of interest in that regard. Yeah, in this instance, the background is a little bit busy, but I think grass is, yeah, basically with maybe the grass on the right can compete a little bit for your attention. Yeah, it's actual side of it, which is the main subject. So, yeah, maybe try to put the highlights or exposure in those areas in the background and see that, yeah, it's a little bit more separation.
It's an 11 gold for Anthony. Pike with his prize, 5-star.
Yeah, also very well captured moments, yeah, nice. Yeah, almost nice. Capture these little birds with the catch, some good, focus is also well handled, nice and sharp without the bird, the fish, and the stick which is sitting on. Yeah, background is nicely muted and well handled. Also, a nice separation between the background and the little bird. Perhaps still is lacking a slight little bit of detail in kind of in the bottom left of the little bird. Yeah, just like it's put. Looks like there's a few blowing up areas there. Yeah, attracting my attention a little bit. That's all. Yeah, nice picture.
That's an 11 gold for Ron. Predator in waiting, 5 star.
Oh, it's nice to catch it none of this. Yeah, must nonchalant look on this little line space. Interesting mission. The line does stand out nicely against the green of the background. There's nice contrast between that. In the line and the background. The vegetation does add nicely to the image. Yeah, perhaps could maybe leave a little bit more space on the right, just so that the lines have a little bit more, space to actually look into. Could add a little bit, to the composition of the image, if possible. Give that a try and see if that, adds improves the image.
It's a 12 gold for Dave. En die mik van die boom, 5 star.
Yeah, and so, well captured. After this little cornwall, nice detail in all the feathers. There's no blown out areas or lots of detail anywhere in the feathers of the bird. And also a nice little bit of catchlight in the eye. Also good detail on the beak. Nice bird and exposed. And also the background is nicely muted as well. Bird stands up nicely against the background. That's possible. You can maybe try a crop a little bit tighter on the right, and then if possible, leave a little bit more space on the left, just so that bird has a little bit more area to look into. That could improve the composition of the image. That's what we have very well captured.
That's 12 gold for me. Thank you. No, not now, I said. 5 star master.
This is a image. Nice storytelling image. It's a little mother and daughter with the 2 youngsters and commanding their attention for some reason. And then we've also got the 3 lines, so nice. And the mother is always explore good composition. And I think the part of the river there, they're walking in, sort of leading to the top left of the image also. Adds a nice eating line and directly attention to where the lines are heading. Also adds nice amount of interest to the storytelling image. Nice this image.
That's a 13 CR for Belinda. And that was our last image for tonight. So now we need to just choose a best of each grade. Just give Gordon a moment to filter. You have 16 images to choose from for your 1 star. Mind of a King, Clawing at Space. I think that one shouldn't be in there. Sorry, now you only have 4. Mind of a King, Clawing at Space, Victory Drop, and Petals of Light. And this one is not included, it's the theme. So that's option 1. Option 2 and option 3.
I think this one.
Okay, that's Victory Drop for Courtney. There is one photo that's scored a 12. This one is Luna by Teresa. Do you want to see others or is this one fine?
No.
Okay, best of 2-star. Well done, Teresa. There are 3 images that scored a 12 and 3-star. Dahlia, Band on Stage, St. Paul's and Bridge.
I think the band on stage.
And that's your Alan Bryce. Well done, 3-star, best of 3-star. There's one image in 3-star that scored a 13 on top of the world. Dan is daar nie 3-star. Even gaan terug na 3-star toe.
No 3-star was
Okay, so yeah, this is 4-star. Okay, well done, Elsa. Best of 4-star. There's 5 images that's received CONs for 5-star. Daisy and the Drop. Looking up. One stares back. Exclude, sorry, so there's only 3, these are themes. So one stares back.
Yeah, I think this one stays back.
Okay, well done, Deirdre, best of 5-star. Five-star honours in Master Silver. Okay, there are net gou vir die theme uit. There's a clear winner. One image that received 14. Is this safe to assume? Well done, Arnold. Pink crab spider on Rose. 5-star honors. Yeah, 5-star honors. Okay. That's right. Now please just choose as a best of senior. Now filter in the 1 to 3.
Yeah, I think this will be best of senior.
This one as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Best of senior. Thank you. Just one for best of junior. Sorry, the filtering is not working with us now. So your options are Victory Drop, which was the best of 1 star, Luna, the best of 2 star, and Band on Stage, best of 3 star. Just choose me one for best junior.
I think it's not Band on Stage.
Well done, Alan, best of junior, and now you need to choose between this one and the Crab Spider for the best of event.
I think the Crab Spider.
Lovely, well done, Arnold, on best of event. That's a wrap from us.